Guys, cell phones can actually catch on fire, for those of you that never knew that. So I want to talk about what happened to a recent owner of a Samsung Galaxy S3. It's the third generation of Samsung's Galaxy S lineup, and currently we are on the Galaxy S4, the fourth generation of the Galaxy S devices, but I want to jump back to the third generation. So if you can already tell from the title, I'm going to talk about what happened to an owner of a Galaxy S3. Now, what happened was he was charging it overnight, and then all of a sudden he started to smell smoke just to see that his phone was about to catch on fire, or it's starting to go on fire. And then he poured some water onto it to stop the fire from spreading, and had to call out his brother to help him out. And next thing you know, the plastic on the Galaxy S3 was melting a little bit, that it started shooting some of the stuff off, and then it burned his finger. And here are my thoughts about this. First of all, electronic devices technology-wise can obviously combust in a certain way, but to me, I think this is major. I never heard anything like this before, except for the time where an Xbox 360 actually burned somebody's house. And also the iPhone 3GS had overheating issues, for those of you that knew that. But according to technobuffalo.com, they're the ones that actually posted this article, that this was not a safe product for the owner. So Samsung is aware of this incident, and they're going to receive the destroyed Galaxy S3 in order to investigate on what happened and why all of a sudden it decided to burst into flames. It must have had something to do with the circuits inside, or maybe something's wrong with the logic board, or if they didn't solder the parts right into it. But what do I think about this? I think that this is surprising to see this happening, because cell phones are things that you use every day, and you carry these with you. Imagine this thing actually catching on fire while this thing's in your pocket, and next thing you know, you might get a I'm not gonna even finish that sentence because it's nasty, and yeah. So what have I done in order to prevent that from happening ever since I heard this story, even though that hasn't happened to me yet, but you never know. Well, here's the thing. Now, I have this iPhone 4 right here charged next to my bed, and I have my iPod Touch 5th generation and charged at my desk, which is right there, further away from my bed, which is right here. And I used to have this thing laying on my bed, but now I don't do that anymore. Whenever I want to charge it, I just put it someplace else away from me, in case if this thing were to go on fire, which not really. It hasn't done that yet. But let's say if it were to happen, then I'm safe. Now, this isn't the first time where people had issues with the Galaxy S3. I actually talked to this one other person because I mentioned this story to him, and he even said that he has a Galaxy S3, and even his phone gets hot. Well, it starts to warm up a little bit, and I'm like, that's just normal warmth that you get from the phone as you use it for a long period of time. And he's like, no, this thing would actually get hot, it feels steaming hot. And I'm like, wow, really? So it looks like the Galaxy S3 definitely has some overheating issues, and Samsung is definitely trying to address that right now. So what do you guys think about the Galaxy S3? For those of you guys that own a Galaxy S3, do you notice any change in terms of temperature on the Galaxy S3? I'd like to see what you guys say in the comments down below. I don't have a Galaxy S3. I've only used Apple products, so I can't tell what it's like to hold the Galaxy S3 as it starts to get warmer. And then this makes me wonder, has Samsung really improved on the Galaxy S4? Sure, it has new features and all that, but what about the circuits? Is it the safest product out there? Well, whatever happened to the Galaxy S3, I'm not sure if they did the same thing on the Galaxy S4. Probably not, but you never know, because they did this thing where if it ain't broke, don't fix it, which is why the Galaxy S4, they pretty much kept the same design with some cosmetic changes on it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you have electronics or technology wise, make sure you're safe.